Welcome to NetWitness 12.3 New Features Training. In this video, we will discuss the core database compression support for Zstandard. Starting this version, the NetWitness core databases MetaDB, PacketDB and StatDB support Zstandard compression through the database configuration options. This feature is available on all core services, which support MetaDB and PacketDB. For example, the decoder, concentrator, log decoder, and archiver services. You can optionally configure them to use Zstandard compression to store meta and raw data. You can also configure the compression ratio for the best combination of compression ratio and speed using different compression levels. Next, we'll take a look at compression configuration for MetaDB and PacketDB. Navigate to the core services. Database config meta compression node, and specify the option Zstandard. The changes would take effect immediately. By default, the meta compression option is set to none, because that's the fastest compression. But if you'd like to enable compression, you can select the option, and set Zstandard as the compression. Similarly for PacketDB, you can select the packet compression option under the database config, and set Zstandard. Let's check how to configure the compression level. We need to navigate to the core services database config, and next to meta compression, we have meta compression level. Select the meta compression level, and specify the option for compression level. Changes will take effect immediately. Option 1 is the fastest compression, and 22 means the best compression for Zstandard. The value 0 is a balance between speed and compression the system can choose. For services, StatDB also supports compression. You can navigate to core service, sysconfig stat, compression node, and specify the option Zstandard for compression. The changes will take effect immediately. The default StatDB decompression is gzip. You can switch to Zstandard. Let's discuss the Zstandard compression on archiver collections. On a fresh install, the archiver default collection compression would be the Zstandard, and for other installations or upgrades, the Zstandard compression option is available in the collection config. So you can select and choose. Here are some highlighted points about the Zstandard and gzip compressions. The Zstandard compression provides better compression ratio and decompression performance than gzip at both levels, like the default and the level 6. Zstandard or gzip are the preferred compression algorithms when compression is used, as they provide good balance between performance and space savings. Here are a few points to note when enabling compression. First, enabling the compression reduces the storage needed by each database, but it can have a detrimental impact on the speed at which the items are written to database. Similarly, the speed at which the items retrieved from the database. From internal tests, we found that enabling PacketDB compression on network decoder can impact packet retrieval performance. This will be applied to NWPDB files and not the PCAP-NG, because the PCAP format doesn't support the compression. Now let's take a look at the UI for the options. So here you can see a decoder service, where you can navigate to database, config, and you can select the meta compression, and change it. Here you have listed out the available options. It's for the decoder, or concentrator, you can select and choose. Similarly, the compression level default is 0, which means system will pick up balance between speed and compression. For Zstandard, the available options are between 1 and 22. Sysconfig stat node. Navigating to archiver collections. You can navigate to your data retention. On a fresh install with the default collection, the default compression is Zstandard. Select and edit. Zstandard is also provided as an option in the drop-down list. So for other collections after an upgrade, you can select and switch from the existing to the Zstandard. Thank you.